Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, this time for a 3 versus 3 on Scorched Vista, where I have spawned as the blue Zerg. With my allies, we've got Spartan as the red Zerg, and Contrarian as the teal Protoss, and our opponents in this matchup on the other side of the map, we've got Cloakman as the orange Protoss. Sergey or Sergey? Was that Sergey or Sergey? Which one is it? I think it's more of a foreign name, so I don't know how the G should be properly pronounced. But we'll just call him Sergey as the yellow Zerg, and finally, with a much easier and much more amusing name as the purple Terran, it's Old Crazy Eyes. Gotta love that name. You got some good names out there. You don't see them enough, though. So we are on Scorched Earth. It looks like this map has got us kind of placed in our own mutual bases, all connected in a ring with a nice gold hidden here in the back for me. For someone on the team. A lot of surface area exposed, vulnerable to air, vulnerable to Reapers or Colossi or Blink Stalkers, but the main ramp is just right here. Not very big considering it's a 3-person base ramp. A couple of bases out here to the front with another ramp, and well, the map just kind of spreads out from there. This nice little island here in the middle, which I like to park my overlords at. Gives them a good vision of the battle until something spots for them and they get killed. But hey, these team maps is rare that you find a good place to park an overlord, and this is definitely one of them. Someplace in the middle of the map can spot things coming in or going out. Let me get that production tab up there. It'd be something useful there. Looks like we do have a pool going down here for Sergey. About half done. Gas is on the way as well. Looks like he did go pool first. So not quite going for early speed, but probably early enough where we can have it out in a decent amount of time, especially since my gas, actually that's Spartan's gas, is just going down now. His pool's also just completing. What am I up to? My pool is now just going down, a much later pool, but it should allow for me to get a lot earlier Zergling speed, which could be an advantage. If you get Zergling speed before another Zerg, it pretty much allows you to dictate all engagements. Because once you catch his lings out in the map, they can't get away. And if you get overwhelmed, you can just run away. So early Zergling speed can be very powerful in any sort of Zerg versus Zerg matchup. And it looks like we didn't quite coordinate on where our overlords were going, so they just kind of spread out here. I might want to send my overlord a little bit over here, kind of spot this area, maybe peek into this base. So that's dangerous, because if Old Crazy Eyes gets some Marines out, which would be very difficult, considering all he's doing right now is building supply depots. He's attempting a wall off with only supply depot. Yeah, let's get a barracks out there. That'll close it off a little faster, I think. I think barracks is a little bit wider. Maybe not at this angle. If they're going a different angle, maybe not. And we do have a overlord here for Sergey, kind of spotting over Contrarian's base. He does have his core out. Stalker is on the way, so this overlord's going to have to move. I think it'll be okay, unless he does something extremely foolish with it. But right now, he's just kind of spotting the middle line. He sees the gas going down. I'm not going to tell him a whole lot, because any protest at this stage is going to need gas. But this Stalker is going to be like, no, I really don't want you spying at my base, but there's no way. There's no way he's going to get that overlord. Just run to the edge of the map, get as many shots in as he can before he gets out. Ooh, that was almost a very dangerous move right there, but the overlord will survive. No way that Stalker can get it right now, so he'll just sit there and, I don't know, maybe go home. He might be able to spot this expansion that Spartan has thrown down. Or maybe swing around and spot this expansion. He's got plenty of room. He could swing down here and not be killed, I don't think. I suppose if he parked Stalkers here, he might be able to take it out, but why would you park Stalkers back there for no reason? No good reason. And Old Crazy Eyes is getting this wall off completed. I don't know if it's quite closed. There might be a little gap there. I think that is probably closed off. I don't think he can squeeze around the back there. And he's getting a tech lab up, so that means he's going to be building Marauders. He's got a bunker up too. Not entirely sure what his plan is right now. We're just going to have to let Old Crazy Eyes let us know. Ooh, throwing up another bunker, so he's really preparing for some sort of rush. Which, against 2 Zerg, maybe not a bad idea. They do have some roaches here too, which will help fend off any early Zerg ling pressure that could have come, but pretty much hasn't. Looks like I'm getting down 2 Evo chambers. If I started that speed, yeah, it looks like my speed's already done. So I got speedlings just sitting here and not being effective. I gotta definitely get better with my early speedlings, scouting the map more, but it's just so hard to macro and keep track of your lings. You look away for 1 second and squish. And we do have a roach speed coming here. And what is this? We got an evolution chamber on the way. He was building an overseer somewhere. Was that this one down here? No, he's fine. Overseer over here? Nope, it's just going to be spotted by my overlords. Where is that overseer at? Check the units. Overseer is at the base. Okay, so he's got an overseer to protect his lair investment, I guess. And Spine's in a very odd position. It might help against drops, but if anything comes at the front, it's going to do next to nothing. And it looks a little bit oversaturated here. He's going to throw down an infestation pet. Ooh, is he going to go for swarm hosts? Is he going for a fast hive? Maybe some infester play with his roaches? Difficult to say right now. And not a lot coming out of old Crazy Eyes. He's got 2 barracks right now, and he's only got 2 marauders out. A third one just about to complete. Going pretty heavily into the barracks. So he does have a factory coming, though, just about finished with that. But he seems to be a little bit behind. He's not teching extraordinarily fast, and he's not building any armies to speak of. And he's not even filling these bunkers. So I'm not really sure what old Crazy Eyes is up to. But I guess old Crazy Eyes sees something the rest of us don't. And it looks like we do have a Spire coming up here for Sergey, which makes me really confused why he's got this. Why did he get an early infestation pit if he's throwing up a Spire? It's not really for fast Broodlords, I don't think, because he should have thrown down his hive by now. He really needs an expansion. Oh, no, he is going for a fast hive. Maybe he's going for fast Broodlords. I don't know, but he's barely got a second base up. He needs to get these gases filled out. He needs more workers. He needs more workers to build up his mineral supplies, if anything. He's got a lot of gas and no minerals. There's 3 drones right there. He's going to put him on gas. He needs minerals. He's got a lot of gas. If he gets more minerals, he can get more drones faster. So I really don't know about Sergey's choices here. Looks like Contrarian's building up a nice little gateway army with an immortal mixed in. Kind of scouting around, I guess. Did he see something over here? There's nothing over here, so I don't really know what he saw. And it looks like, my Lings are kind of pushing out there. 1-1, looks like 1-1 just finished for them. And maybe they're going to poke around, see what's going on, because we got Cloakman here is going to be double expanding. Very risky with 2 Zerg on the map, and he doesn't seem to have much of an army, and what he has seems to be parked right here. But he needs to be out here for whatever good it would do, because he is going to lose his base, canceling the Nexus. Everything else is going to go down. Oh, Contrarian had it spotted. That's how we knew about it. And yeah, canceled this Nexus as well, although, to be honest, maybe he should have left that go a bit longer, because there's something to be said for stalling as long as possible. So if my Lings are killing this Nexus, they're not off harassing this front, which roaches are okay. A couple of Marauders, I don't think they're going to be that good at deflecting Lings. Yeah, he's going to close that up because he realizes, there could be Lings running through our front door, and if they get in here, these Lings get in here, there's enough of them where I don't think it's going to... Well, they get some Marines pumping out now, so old Crazy Eyes is starting to get his army production going. And building siege tanks, which seems pretty typical of your average Terran player. Get siege tanks up, park them at the door, and then have them do nothing. Who knows? Maybe old Crazy Eyes will get a little more offensive with his siege tanks, but we'll have to wait and see that. We do have Mutalisks out right now. Do we have any upgrades going? Nope. Looks like I was right. He's going for some fast Broodlords. Does have the mineral production cranked up a bit more, so hopefully he'll be able to afford some of these Broodlords, but Broodlords are not cheap. I mean, you're going to need just 150, 100 just to make the Corruptors, which 4 Corruptors are on the way. He can't really make much of anything else because he's going to need the resources to build the Broodlords when this Greater Spire finishes. Well, Greater Spire is still about 35 in-game seconds away, so maybe he has some time to work. Looks like Spartan's getting some roaches out, which will help counter the roaches of Sergey nicely. 2 attack, 1 armor versus... Where did those roaches go? No, they did not go over there. They did not go over there, Contrarian. There are no roaches there. He just spotted a probe. Just wants to make sure. Looks like, Sergey is going to go kill the probe, find the probe. I don't know what he's doing with his Mutos right now, but where have all the roaches gone? Roaches, where are you? I need to check your upgrades. 0, 0 upgrades. And he's not researching it. He's getting +1 armor for what's going to be his Broodlords. +1 attack behind it. I don't know. Maybe go attack first, but I don't know. It looks like, Spartan may lose his base. He does. Oh, he's going to send his corruptors out there. Oh, these stalkers should be able to deflect this, especially since they seem to be focused on the hatchery and not the stalkers. But even if Mulus can get the advantage on stalkers, the numbers there just were not adding up. It would have been pretty much mutually assured destruction at best for the Zerg. At worst, he'd lose everything, and the stalkers would still survive, mostly to fight another day. My lings are running down here. Maybe they're expecting a ground attack, but everyone's just being kind of tentative. You know, we did take out those expansions that got out there a little bit far, and oh, looks like I'm going to check over here. No expansion to speak of just yet. Our opponents are just being very, very passive. I mean, Cloakman, he's done nothing out in the map other than attempt to expand, which he's trying to do again. We do have some defenses for that now. We got siege tanks here, kind of positioned between these two bases. And looks like Old Crazy Eyes is going to push out. Maybe, are they going to get offensive? Looks like he's going to be getting a little bit of aggressive. +1 attack, though. Not too fast on the upgrades. He is getting Stim Pack. Does he have Combat Shield? No, he does not. But it looks like he is going to be able to catch my expansion undefended. My lings are kind of over here, not quite in a position to defend. So it looks like the hatchery will go down. But will these guys get out alive? Oh, I'm going to probably have to pull back. Even with 2-2, that's a lot of stuff for me to take on. Yeah, I might have been able to clean this out, maybe. And it looks like with a little support from Territorial's army, I can kind of re-engage this. But it looks like he doesn't want to quite deal with this, and I'm going to have to pull back as well. I don't know what these guys are doing. Yeah, take out the larva, because I might get 3 lings in behind your army or something. The Broodlords are on the way. Upgrades. Looks like the armor upgrade is done. Oh, he's finally getting some armor upgrades for his ground forces and burrow for his roaches. I think is the only thing he's making right now. And it looks like we got a robotics big coming out here for Contrarian. Gonna go for those colossi. I would assume getting those zealot legs, not bad. Getting right in the enemy's faces. Oh, he's got Templar archives too. I'm assuming for archons. Oh, we did see the archons. We already saw the archons. One attack, 1 shield, and 1 armor, 1 shield, and 2 attacks. So definitely some good arconage going there. Have I started any 3/3 upgrades? Do I even have a hive yet? I'm only on 2 bases, but it looks like my hive is underway. I want to get that done as soon as possible. Get my cracklings going. Looks like we got another attempt to expand here. This time for Sergei. Not even expanding to this side of the map, but right now we do have that spotted with some burrowed lings. It's always nice when I remember to do this and actually take the time to. But I need a 3rd base myself. I lost my 3rd base. I need another one, but it looks like Old Crazy Eyes is going to try to take this gold here. Very aggressive here. We got Broodlords out now, so... Oh, no, can't take that watchtower. It's very well defended, and... Oh, I thought that was a unit. That's just a little flying critter that we can't identify right now. But Old Crazy Eyes is going to be taking this gold. I guess it's not really our gold, even though I would just have this base. It's pretty much they're pretty much in the center of the map, so it's whoever gets there and can hold it. And it looks like right now they're going to hold it, and oh... It looks like we're going to get a little offensive with these Broodlords. They're going to be pushing here onto Spartan's main. Does have a spore to kind of push that back, but the Broodlords don't have to worry about that so much. They can kind of hit wherever they want. If you know, micros his units separately, he should be sieging this right now. If we expect an air attack, yeah, here we go. Here come the Broodlords. They're going to start taking out these spores. He's going to throw out another spore crawler, but it's not going to do him any good once the Broodlords hit. Corruptors. Oh, no, those are Sergei's Corruptors. And the Queen. Oh, the Queen's going to be like... Oh, the Queen's going to be fine. She did not take hardly any damage at all because those Broodlings did not last long enough. And it looks like... Oh, it looks like I was privy to this at some point. Decided to start getting some Corruptors. +1 attack, and I'm trying to take out as many Broodlords as I can before pulling back to the safety of the spores. And yeah, they're going to have to retreat right there. He does have an upgrade advantage, 1-1 to my 0-1. But they're going to have to pull back. And, oh, are we going to start trying to push in the ground forces? Oh, they're going to smack right into Contrarian. A couple of Zealots are going to take the initial blows. The Archons are going to try to start softening up this army, but I don't think they have a chance, even though they've kind of got a choke. The choke's probably not good for them. The Archons are going to relish pushing you into a choke. Corruptors right now have just pushed them back, and we got some other attacks going here. What do we got going here? What's going here? Oh, Spartan's got some swarm hosts going, but it looks like not that many, and they're not very well positioned. He's going to lose this one. And yeah, the siege tanks are going to try to take care of those. So yeah, he's got them kind of spread out, which I don't know if that's the best option, but he's going to try to push in here. I'm going to try to support him, but against Colossi, probably not the best bet for me right now. And I got a few lings left, but what are they going to do? Maybe take out that Immortal, which would be good for the roaches. What roaches are left. And oh, the Broodlords are there too, but my Corruptor should be able to clean that up and then probably retreat, maybe grab a... No, Colossus is done, and it looks like Contrarian's going to be pushing in here now. Kind of a scattered battle. It started one place and then kind of shifted to another slowly. Looks like I do have the Corruptor advantage. I'm going to try to take out as many of his Corruptors as I can. It's going to not only reduce his anti-air, but it's also going to reduce his ability to make Broodlords in any significant numbers. And it looks like I'm going to get some Broodlords of my own, apparently, because I don't really need the 3/3 upgrades yet. I'm trying to get as many Corruptors down as I can. I'm going to have to be careful because we do have some Marines there, and although Corruptor is pretty beefy against the Marines, although with no armor upgrades, probably not the greatest, and no armor upgrades to speak of on the way. A couple of Zealots here to try to help clean this up. If they can clean up those Marines, then I can just take out the rest of these Corruptors, and that is not going to be very helpful to Sergei, who is not really producing... No one's really producing anything right now. Everyone seems to be busy on microing, and old crazy... Oh, he's going to have to abandon this base because he did manage... Train managed to pull that out, but I think he is going to lose those. Oh, he may not lose. No, he's going to lose one Archon at least. He might lose the second one as well, but he's going to clean this up. Nope, the Archon will survive with 40 shields and his original 10 hit points. And, oh, throwing down corruption on these siege tanks because they can't shoot at me, and if anyone happens to come in here and do damage... But my Greater Spire is done, so I can start producing some Broodlords. Probably should use the damaged ones to make those Broodlords. But those siege tanks, if they don't move and they don't get any support here, they're going to be dead here in a moment. Looks like Contrarian is going to get a little bit aggressive, and Cloakman, who's once again trying to retake this particular expansion. The Overseers are going to come over here and spot what's going on, but it's quite clear what's going on. This base is going down. I don't really think he needed to waste a blink there, though, just to take out some Overseers. And as soon as those Broodlords pop, yeah, these tanks are in trouble. Are they going to get away in time? Oh, the Broodlords were not in range, which is kind of baffling, because Broodlords are supposed to be pretty long-range units. I miss the old Guardians. I think Guardians were better. And the Sergei is going to try to take this base for some reason, despite the fact his ally's base right here was getting destroyed. I can't explain that one. And if we check the units lost right now, Sergei's lost a ton. And it looks like Contrarian's lost quite a bit too, but I think overall we are in the lead in units lost. And if we check the income tab, let's go somewhere a little more exciting to watch. We got Thor's out here, but if we check the income tab, it looks like we do have a bit of an advantage. I am running a little bit low on money because I was never able to get that third base up, so that's going to be a bit of a problem for me. And I don't know if I even feel safe taking a base, but I do have some Broodlords out. Hopefully some of my allies gave me some money, but Broodlords, Corruptors... Only plus to attack, no armor upgrades. It's going to be a little bit behind Sergei, but Sergei is not really doing much right now. He's getting muscular augments. He's going for Hydralisks now. An interesting choice because we got Broodlords out here. I don't know if they've seen the Broodlords yet. They may not have seen the Broodlords, but we definitely have had some Colossi out here too, right? Yeah, Contrarian's done some Colossi work. So I don't know if a switch to Hydralisks is the best bet. He would have been better sticking with the Broodlords, maybe? If he can get support to keep my Corruptors away from them, that would have been the way to go, I think. So I'm not sure if their follow-up decisions here are really panning out, and they don't seem to be rebuilding their army to quite as terrifying levels as they were before. I mean, we got some Thors, but I think we can deal with this number of Thors with 0 upgrades, mind you. Is he working on any upgrades? He's getting +1 attack. But he's way behind in the upgrades for this tech switch, and I believe Sergei is too. He's only got 1/1. He's working on 2 armor and the speed upgrade. Does he have the attack range upgrade? He does have the grooved spines upgrade. But I don't know. It seems to be an ill-timed tech switch, especially when they don't have the economy for it. And it looks like Spartan's going to poke out. He's going to immediately spot this base and take it out. Because we know at this point we've got to try to contain their expansions. Sergei's going to try to expand here when there's not any imminent attack going on between him and where he wants to expand. And Contrarian's going to try to chase this down. Oh, well, there's a Colossi there. Yeah, that's probably a good idea that he's running from this. This force, I'm not sure I would run, but he is going to try to turn around now. The Colossi have not quite caught up yet. Oh, they did spot someone at the watchtower, which is going to slow them up just a little bit, which could be to the detriment of this front force, but he's still running and taking damage the entire way. One Thor is going to be enough to turn the tide, though. I think it may be a good idea, though, for him to regroup, because he needs the damage of those Colossi. Yeah, he needs to keep his army as grouped up as possible. And he's just going to pull back. He doesn't want to get overwhelmed. He's kind of forced them back, and we have some attacks going here. But with these Broodlords here, and the Thors are not using their high-impact payload, which is really what they need against the Broodlords. There's no reason not to right now. There's nothing else in the air. There's no Mutalisks in the air for them to want that additional splash damage. They want the high-impact payload against Broodlords. That's what it was designed for. Pretty much. I think pretty much that's why they designed that for, is because otherwise Terran don't have... Well, Terran got Vikings, so they can deal with Corruptors. Although you can get a decent amount of anti-air, I guess, to deal with the Vikings as well. So I don't know. I just don't know. And we're still producing Corruptors, unless these are just leftovers that have managed to survive. But I don't know if I like his army composition right now. Maybe if he could get maxed out with this group, it would be something to be concerned about, because variety in Zerg units sometimes seems to work out quite well for them, even though Zerg mostly just kind of go for 2-3 different units and just mass produce those. Can be pretty well countered. Cloakman's going to be making a lot of Colossi. With the Broodlords on the map, though, is that the right choice? They need something to deal with these Broodlords. I don't think they have it. The Thors are really their best defense right now, and there's not a lot of them. They don't have a lot of upgrades, and they're not in high-impact payload mode. Look at that. Strike a single air target for heavy damage. I don't know what the... I don't know if there's any... I think it's a bonus. There's some bonus to armored or something, but right now he's using the Javelin missiles. Double damage versus light and a splash damage component, but there's not a lot of light air for him to be worried about, and Thor's maybe about to get overrun. A lot of Corruptors. Where are my Broodlords? I think my Broodlords are... I don't know where my Broodlords went. There they went. I'm trying to keep my Corruptors with them. This army could be in danger. I think they're just trying to take the space. Spartan got a lot of Banelings right now. We got upgrades on those. 3-2 upgrades. And yeah, the engagement's not looking well for them. And if they can get those Banelings on those... Banelings are good at taking out Hydralisks. If you can get on top of Hydralisks with Banelings, you do it, because they are great for that. Not so great at Thors, but I guess in these numbers it doesn't really matter. It looks like they're about to get flanked, but Contrarian might have the advantage. I don't know. I guess he took too much damage there. Well, no, he came out on top. I guess with the Stalkers there, he probably had better upgrades. Yeah, he definitely has better upgrades, and I guess that was the difference there. But he may slowly lose his battle. Oh, he's got the Immortals, too. Obviously, Immortals are going to be great against Colossi. And it looks like unfortunately, my Corruptors were a little bit late to the party. They're probably trying to defend the Broodlords, but they should easily be able to clean this up and then retreat from the Stalkers. And to lone surviving Hydralisk. Get out of there. Get out of there, guys. Why are you taking more damage? Just get out of there. It looks like, Spartan wants to try to take out the siege tanks, and it looks like he might. Yeah, he will take them out. Very minimal Lings, but they were already damaged, and Lings on tanks is not something you want to see. Lings far away from tanks is great, because the tanks can pick them off quite well. But it's looking bad for them. I'm probably limping on money right now. Well, someone's apparently giving me money, because I don't really have another base yet. Because this area's been so contested, I probably was not willing to risk taking it, and all these bases are already taken. So my allies are probably just feeding me money at this point, just to keep my Air Force going, because that's really the big threat right now. Well, Contrarian's got a pretty big threatening army too. And I got some Lings out there too. It's going to clean up these Stalkers to get my Corruptors a bit of a trouble. And yeah, let's take this out. Take out that cannon. Never did get the 3-3 upgrades. Did I get the attack speed upgrade? No, I didn't get. I did not get the crackling upgrade. And he's gonna burrow. Yeah, probably a smart move there, because I have no detection, and I really just want to take out bases right now. What are we pinging over here for? Not sure what this ping is for. The Hydros are going to try to come back, but really, that's the best idea for them. It's 2-2 versus 2-2. But is going to draw... Oh, no, my Lings are wily. They're wily ones. They got out of there just in time. I don't know if I spotted it or if I realized that was no win, whether or not there was an army there. I'm going to pull out of there all clean and mostly unscathed. Well, okay, not mostly unscathed, but they're Lings. They're free. So everyone's kind of pushed themselves back on their own side of the map, though. But, I mean, if we check... I mean, what do they have left? Contrarian's maxed out. Spartan's almost maxed out. I am at 141, and that is more than everyone on their team. So they are hurting right now. Income, I've got no money, but they are not doing that great. Looks like Sergey is doing the best just because he's got these 2 bases up here that have not gone down yet. If we're ever able to push that, it's not going to be looking good. Looks like old Crazy Eyes, though, is going to make a push. These cannons are not done yet. But there's not even an army in position, so it looks like he might be able to take this out. My Broodlords are on the way. Spartan's got a pretty decent ground army, too. I think my Broodlords might be the money winner there. If I can get a couple of volleys in there safely, I gotta watch out for these stores, though, because even though they don't have the high-impact payload, they do still have the range to do some damage. And I've got to get as many Broodlings out there as possible. I don't think I was doing a very good job at microing my Broodlords. But once the Broodlings get out there, if you aren't focused firing, it's not going to go well. Yeah, I'm going to lose another Broodlord, but the Thor threat has ended. And Spartan's meanwhile going to take his army across this flank, which is now currently undefended. And Contrarian's going to hit at the north, so a 3-pronged attack, well, a 2-pronged attack and a 1-pronged defense is going to, it's going to push him to the brink. Old Crazy Eyes, his eyes see something he doesn't like, he gets out of there. Cloakman's going to stealth and limp away, and it's just up to Sergey now to run all of his drones home. But I think that is going to be it. They had a scary army to begin with, but their follow-up, they didn't reproduce their army quick enough, and then they started doing new different compositions that I'm not sure were in their best interest. But the real dagger to the heart was they just couldn't get an economy up. I couldn't get an economy up either, but my allies could. We got the entire south of the map, and that is going to be it. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.